3, 2, 1, and we're back. Thank you for listening to the Why Even Care podcast. I want to apologize for the second time for taking such a long break from the last podcast to this podcast. I know that in the episode prior to Eugene's episode, I said that I wouldn't take such a big break. But again, I did. And this time it was actually a little bit different. This time there were a lot of personal problems that were going on in my life that have made it a little bit difficult to record and to get out and do these things. So I feel a lot better now. Now I can talk about it. Now I'm open to talking about it to everybody and see where it goes from there. So the difference between the last time that I recorded to today is that I left the company that I was at for 5.5 years since I actually graduated from high school till March, I believe, 6th. I have left that company. I am now in search of a new employer, new opportunities, new challenges, so on and so forth. So I want to apologize to everybody that didn't know, that is finding out through either the podcast or through messages after this podcast. I want to apologize for not letting you guys know ahead of time. I want to thank everybody who actually cares about me. I've learned in these 2.5 weeks that perception of people change. You get me? My perception of the people that I've worked with or that I've met in my 5.5 years at my former company or former employer have not changed. You get me? I knew who they were. They knew who I was, and my ideas of them haven't changed. I thank everybody for the opportunities that they gave me, but it sucks. You get me? It sucks to not be appreciated. It sucks to feel unappreciated. It sucks to feel undervalued. It sucks to not be recognized, or at least to be promised things and not be given them after hard work. But it is what it is. You get me? It sucks. I loved what I did. I still love what I do. And it took its toll on me to take the decision of resigning and leaving. Obviously, not everything will be said about what happened, but the things that I will say today are just things that I feel are okay with saying without bashing them. There are a couple things I do want to bring out to light. And you get me, questions will be asked, and people will make their opinions of me or of them, and I don't give a fuck. But the biggest thing I wanted to say is how I felt the perception of me was. And a part of it is this email, and the part of it is these two things that I'll read. And it's kind of, for me, it's kind of a mixed emotions, just because I know that they cared about me in the sense. But at least you'll hear exactly what it says. So the part that I will say, and without using any names or anything like that, but the part of it says, I tell you this because as far as I'm aware, this company was your first job and you have nothing to compare it to. We both feel that you need to go out and work for other companies before you could ever appreciate the opportunity that you held here. He goes on to say about how they don't have opportunities right now because the company is not at that point. And then it says, everything is about return investment. If our distribution and revenue grows, which I am certain it will, our operations will need to grow with it. And that is when those that were part of the team will have new opportunities. In pursuing a new job or career, you are about to get invaluable education that no one could teach you through words. Only through your own experience will convince you. I truly wish you the best of luck. Look forward to chatting to you someday on how your experience evolved. Good luck. So it's kind of a mixed emotions when I read that. The first part is like, yeah, this is how great this company is, and you'll never understand. No, I understand. I don't have to leave to understand. I don't have to compare it to another company. I knew how cool it was. You get me? But it was because of the employees, because of the environment. You get me? It was because of the way that we were a team. And that's kind of why when I coach or when I do other things or when I hang out with friends, it's like I take that everywhere. You get me? But as far as me having to leave for me to appreciate that, like, you don't know me, you don't know the way that I think, and that's why I know that you didn't value me. That's why I made these decisions, and I made these decisions also because of other reasons is why. But it sucks, you get me? It sucks. I know that they're not bad people. I know that they're defending themselves and their pride and everything like that. And I mean, to me, it is what it is. I'm at that point where pride can't get in the way of what you need to do. You need to understand. You need to think logically. And that's what I tell everyone, you get me? So why am I can't be a hypocrite and say things and then not do them. So you get me? It's invaluable experience that I've learned. I learned that I want to go to another company that's like that or even better. I know that I won't settle for less. And when I decided to leave, I got all those kind of messages from a lot of people, and I got a lot of different messages of encouragement. But I've always said that I believe in myself, I believe in my skills, and that even though it was a big risk leaving a job and not having another one as a security blanket, I already have 2 interviews lined up with 2 great companies that I feel present me with new challenges, that present me with new opportunities to grow, which is the biggest thing for me, is just to grow and make more money. You get me? It's all about money at the end of the day. Even if we want to deny it, if we don't have money, what are we going to do? You get me? So we all do it for money. The money takes care of ourselves, of our families, of our bills. It allows us to enjoy things. People that say money can't buy happiness, that you're full of shit, because you don't have money, you can't do anything. You get me? Money, at the end of the day, money won't make you happy, but it'll help you get to that point. You get me? So it's all about, for me right now, it's all about me. It's all about me focusing on me. And after I focus on myself and I have my own stability, I have my own feet to stand on, I can then help others. But I mean, it is what it is. You get me? It sucks. It sucks, and it's kind of weird to be at home for 2.5 weeks and not do anything except for looking for a good job. But it's different, and now I know. I feel like a free agent, and hopefully these companies see the value in me that I feel that I could bring forward to them and help them out. But we'll see how it goes. Maybe by the next time, maybe in 2 or 3 more episodes when I release this, I'll be talking about how happy I am to start a new job and things like that. If not, then we'll see how it goes. You get me? It's scary. It's scary because I have bills. It's scary because I have things that I need to take care of. But it's also exciting because it's like, man, it's a new start. It's something different. It's a challenge. So you take it one step at a time, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's the biggest thing. And like I said, thank you for anyone that supported me. I do want to say this. I want to apologize to one person in particular, and that's PJ. I want to apologize for A, not being able to go to your showcase, and B, not being able to record with you and Taj. I know that it meant everything to you, and I want to apologize. That for me is something that I do want to get across, and I wanted to text you sooner, but I wanted to record something and put it out there, and just put it out in front of everyone that I was in a bad position. I was hurt, but now that it's better, I want to have him on. I want to talk about things. I want to talk about how it went. I know that he just got sponsored by the 100, so just keep it going, man. Keep going, keep growing, keep pushing. Make it out of here and provide everything that you can for your family. You get me? And be exactly who you want to be. You get me? It's inspiring to me. It tells me that I can do it too. Not because I feel that I'm better than him or anything like that. It's not because that. It's because we come from the same neighborhood. So as I see these people beginning to grow and branch out, it's like, man, I don't want to be left behind. So PJ's a huge inspiration for me, and I want to give a big shout out to him and his new sponsorship and the new success and the new mixtape. And I'm sure that he'll be just fine, and hopefully he comes on again. And like I said, I want to apologize for not being there for him, and not being available to record on that day. And I mean, that's all I can say. And hopefully, when you hear this, and hopefully when I text you, everything is gravy. So we'll see how it goes. Aside from that, I had promised you guys that I was going to get shirts. The shirts got put on hold. I think I don't have to make that, don't have to give the reasons why, but you guys should already know that. The shirts are put on hold. The design is still up. We'll figure something out. We'll try to get shirts as soon as possible. But that right now is on the back burner. The main things now is getting back on track into recording podcasts, growing the popularity, finding a new job to fund everything and pay bills and stuff like that. But I enjoy this so much that I can't stop. So if you don't like what I have to say, you don't have to listen. I did want to record an episode and give a huge shout out to this girl that I read an article about her. She's, I think, 16 or 17. Her name is Rayleigh Nicholson. She's a student in Pittsburgh, a high school student in Pittsburgh. That the article says that she has a bright future, and you can tell that she can go to university and do good, and she has a bright future. But she wants to forego the university and take a 2-year technical program to become a, if I quote this right, diesel mechanic. And people, it says here, her guidance counselors, 2 teachers, and several other adults tell her she's making a mistake. I can see why people would think that she's making a mistake. People would think, oh, you have to go to college, you have to do this, you have to do that. And I would be the first to tell you, hey, if you can go to college, go. But I will also tell you that you work hard, you find the avenues, you find what you love, you go for it. You put 100% into it, you get me? And I feel that if she wants to do this and she finds the right path and she has the right support, she can be successful no matter what. Grades, college, university, all that is nice and everything, but if it's not what you love, what are you doing it for? You get me? If you don't love what you do, then how are you going to be happy? How are you going to wake up in the morning or wake up in the middle of the night and want to go to work? So find what you love, whether it's a mechanic, whether it's journalism, whether it's music, whether it's art, podcasting, YouTubing, whether it's logistics or marketing. Just do what you want to do. You get me? Like I said, this experience that I'm going through right now has showed me that it's reinforced my thoughts on what I thought, and it's just like, you know what? Fuck it, just go out and do it. Just go out and do the things you want to do, and if you really love them, you'll find ways to make it work, and you will succeed. You get me? And if you don't succeed, when you have to figure out another plan, you will. You get me? You have to trust in yourself. It's fine and dandy if everyone believes in you, but what's the point if you don't believe in yourself? You need to believe in yourself first for you to go out there and do it. You need to push yourself. You need to say, hey, fuck all that, I'm gonna go and do it. You get me? I'm just gonna do it. So Rayleigh Nicholson, I 100% support you. I have never met you. I did message you saying, hey, if it's okay for me to mention you by name and the city, and just talk about the article. I read the article. I think it was on LA Times, if I'm not mistaken. I will tell you guys. Oh no, it's on the Wall Street Journal under the education section. I'll try to have it up on the video so you guys can go and see it. But yeah, it's things like that I see that people are taking these opportunities and just trying to make the best out of them. And people, it's not like those people that are trying to counsel her or have bad intentions for her. They don't. They have her best intentions in their minds, but it's her decision, and I feel that they should just try to support her as best as they can. I mean, that's what I would want. I would want someone to support me, and maybe she'll take the route and she might regret it. Maybe she will succeed. You never know. You don't know until you try it. So a lot of cliches in this episode, but it's just the truth of the fact that you just have to do it. You get me? You have to figure out what you love and your passions and go for it. So, yeah, I mean, those were the two things that I wanted to talk about for sure. Like I said, I wanted to apologize to PJ. I wanted to thank everybody for the support. Everyone already knows. And this thing will grow, you get me? And we'll have people on that'll go through the same thing, or maybe there's people out there that are going through the same thing and they just need to hear something like this and say, fuck, if he could do it, I could do it too. You get me? I don't think that I'm better than anyone, but I sure as hell don't think anyone's better than me. I think we're all equal, and I think we all have to just work hard and just try to persevere through. So that's all I had to say about that. I did say that we were going to start a sports segment and a anime segment. I'm trying to, or a podcast or episodes and things like that. I'm trying to get the right people on. So baseball season's around the corner. NCAA March Madness is in full swing with upsets left and right. Football is, even though it's the off season, trades are happening, free agent signings are happening. Basketball is towards the tail end. I think it's 2 or 3 more weeks of the NBA season, or it might actually be a month before the playoffs. Soccer, UEFA Champions League is getting bigger with the World Cup coming up. So there are a lot of things. If you love anime, Dragon Ball Super is about to conclude on episode 131 this Saturday. And then UFC news of maybe CM Punk fighting Mayweather that's the speculation. CM Punk says he might fight in June 9th. Mayweather says he's training. Who knows? Everyone knows that they would buy that pay-per-view. Don't fucking bullshit me that you won't. I sure as hell will. We'll probably go to Coney's if we can. Khabib versus Tony Ferguson, June 7th. Rose Namajunas, Joanna Jacek, April 7th as well. If I said April 7th, I have to go back and check that out. WrestleMania the day after. My Hero Academia comes out April 7th as well. There's a bunch of crazy shit that's going on, and there's a lot of things that are going through my head of all these ideas that I want to do. And I want to have a lot of people on. If you want to come on, I'm trying to fix the website, so I have inquiries for podcast guests. You already know, hit me up at the Why Even Care podcast. Hit me up at Mac5320. Hit me up on Twitter at the Big Mac 53. Hit me up at the Why Even Care podcast, Why Even Care PC on Twitter, Why Even Care podcast on Facebook, and all that good stuff. Yeah, it's just a bunch of crazy things. Now that I remember, I did want to say, talking about like all the crazy things and perception that has happened in football 2 days ago. I believe it was 2 days ago. One of the greatest offensive tackles in the game retired. This man stayed with one franchise his whole career. Wins or losses, it didn't matter. More losses than I think it was the most losses in the last 10 in a career. It might have been. This man is a first ballot Hall of Famer. I guarantee that he will be 100% Hall of Fame votes to be inducted. His name is Joe Thomas. If you don't watch football, if you don't appreciate offensive tackles, you don't know sports. Joe Thomas decided to stay with the Cleveland Browns even when his contract was up. Decided to re-sign. If there's a man that's loyal to his city, to his team, to his teammates, is Joe Thomas. LeBron James embraced him at the Cleveland Cavaliers game. He even said that he teared up by the type of hug that he gave him and the embracement for what he did. That's someone that I've always thought, man, like if the Eagles could ever have a player, it would be someone of Joe Thomas's caliber on and off the field. Google him, watch his highlights. Never missed a game, and was the the role model of a pro, the role model of a man, the role model of a football player. Joe Thomas retired. So, yeah, that's big news. Obviously, Richard Sherman going to the 49ers is big. Trades happening left and right. The Cleveland Browns getting Tyrod Taylor and Jarvis Landry. All these moves that are happening in the NFL. The next NFL season shall be a great one, like it always is. And then, like I said, we're also super excited about baseball. A crazy thing about baseball, if you guys don't know and you guys love baseball, opening day, I believe, is Thursday, March 29th. And it is the first time since 1968 that every single team will play on opening day. You could Google that. I already did. This is one of the only times that I will fact check things. I saw that and I was like, let me double check this. I don't want to sound like an idiot when I say this on the air. But yeah, first time since 1968 where all MLB teams will play on opening day. And that's actually, that is a legitimate opening day for baseball. So that's actually real cool. 162 games. Baseball season is long. Everyone obviously cares at the very beginning, and then the bandwagons fall off for 3 or 4 months, and then towards September everyone starts coming back and picking up. But I think for baseball, because it's such a long sport, so many games, we'll cover baseball maybe every week on weekends or something. We'll recap the whole week, specific teams, who's doing good, hot streaks and everything like that. Basketball, when playoffs start, fuck it. I've always said I want to do this, I want to do that, and I'm like, I have ideas for this person to come on, this person to come on, and everybody's like, yeah, I'll come on, and then when the time comes, they don't fucking come on. So I'm gonna do that for sure, even if it's by myself. We're gonna try to have highlights and stuff like that. And fucking YouTube wants to do whatever they want to do, fuck them too. But we're gonna try to do as best as we can to provide good information and provide exciting information on here, fights and stuff like that. I feel reinvigorated. I feel like a second coming, just because of everything that's happened and the way I felt that I'm bouncing back. So it's very the future is bright, is what I would say. The future is very bright. So all I can say, like I said, is thank you for everything. And this one is only like 23, 24, 25 minutes long. It won't be a long one. I'm going to go to the drawing board right now and figure out how I want to detail everything moving forward. But I wanted to send something out there to bring out the reasoning of what happened. I wanted to give shout outs to those people. I wanted to give those apologies out. I wanted to give that little information that I got. And I just wanted to show everybody that I'm still here. None of this fucking going away shit. We're here. It's rated R. You get me? No punches being pulled. Like I said, I don't want to say names just because people are super fucking sensitive, and also because I don't want to burn certain bridges. But it is what it is. You get me? So again, thank you for listening. Don't forget to follow at the Why Even Care Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Go to the website. Go to iTunes, subscribe, leave reviews, YouTube, all that shit. Share it. Tell your friends. The more support that this gets, the better it will become. I will be back, I believe, tomorrow, maybe around the same time, maybe later. I don't know. I have an interview, so we'll see how it goes. I'll let you guys know how that goes, and just keep up for the updates, and send ideas. Again, if you want to come on, let me know. We'll talk. I want it to be about life, so this is my take on what's going on, and let me know what you guys think. And like I said, thank you for everything. So on that note, it's a wrap. Thank you.